he can be, kind of like a video game, have some video game kind of moves. Really special kid. And he's one of those guys that has been banged up, has been injured. And UVA feels like tonight they're maybe the best place they've been in a long time, over a month and a half, but with the injury standpoint.
Oh, they definitely are. Getting guys back that they really like to see. The lineup's starting to get back. It probably won't be back to full health maybe at any point this year with the injuries that they've had, but I'm excited to watch Yarbrough, and also someone who he said likes to try the big moves, likes to do the big things.
Going for a big move here, perhaps. Gets the quick three-point takedown. And Coach Garland, he did say in our conversation yesterday, we should be 7-0. And he said, and he kind of scoffed. He's like, I know every coach in America says that. But with the injuries, with how close this team has been, I mean, it's a Virginia team that is, 4-1, 4-2 so far this year. They've had winnable matches that have been out there on their schedule. And the injuries, I mean, that is the storyline for this Virginia team as we start ACC play tonight.
No, it fully is. They're ranked 33rd in the country when you look at a lot on Flow Wrestling or anywhere you look at rankings. They're at 33rd. They're around there in the country. But if they're fully healthy, they're top 25.
Sure.
Easily.
And now that they've got healthy at 133, they're also healthy at 41. Those are big shot in the arms for this Virginia team.
They are. Getting them back is going to be huge. And you're kind of seeing there's those fancy moves from Yarbrough.
Already up 3-1. Looking for another takedown there. He got it. Now a 6-1 advantage for the junior out of Ohio. Taking on a rookie here in Raymond Adams, who admittedly from the Duke staff is kind of a tweener for the weight, between 125, 133, wrestling up here, but also, a guy who has had some success for Duke this year. Coach Glenn Lanham says he's the guy that won us the duel against Davidson earlier this season.
And credit to Adams. Wrestling, I'm going to say it straight up. I hate wrestling up. Hated it. It's not fun. People are stronger than you. They're bigger than you because they're cutting a lot of weight. You're cutting maybe 2 pounds. Coach Lanham said he's not really cutting to be at 133. So that's a tough thing to do. And to go against guys who are usually stronger than you and, way more than you. So it's a tough battle.
And the other thing for Adams is he's, according to his head coach, needs to learn to take better shots. A bad shot, Coach Lanham said, is a bad shot in high school, is a bad shot in college. There's an escape and 1 point for Adams, and a small victory here gets back to your base, and all of a sudden a takedown would get you right back into the match. But look how quickly Yarbrough responds with the 3 points.
That was a beautiful duck. I mean, he just took advantage of Adams. You mentioned taking bad shots, but that's the mental side of it. You got to know when's a good shot, when's a bad shot, what is a good shot, what is a bad shot. And right there, you got Adams, who's putting a lot of pressure on Yarbrough when they're in that neutral position. Well, he took advantage of that, used his weight against him, and all he had to do, duck under. He's got 3 points.
Trying to finish out this final first period here. Over a minute of riding time for Yarbrough as well.
And you can tell where each of these wrestlers, where they make their money. Right now with Yarbrough, he's takedowns as of now. He's not really getting much back points. Adams is trying to get back up. He has a couple of times. Well, in the last match we just saw with Monteperto, he was all, let's stay on the mat. That's where he liked it. Well, I'd imagine we're going to see more of this with Yarbrough. You see this? I think this is that duck under. Hand fighting, just perfectly has the elbow, pulls it over his head. Gets 3 points. Really well done.
Neutral chosen here. What's the strategy for a wrestler going neutral to start a period?
Like I said, if you're better in that position, you're better neutral, you feel more comfortable, where Yarbrough thrives in positions just like this.
And gets 3 quick points.
That's what he wants. You want to take advantage where your strengths are. And right there, that's where his strengths are, and I wouldn't be surprised if he tries to let up Adams a few times, get a few more takedowns. If he wanted to, he completely could.
Matt returned there, 1 point for the escape. 6 point lead for Yarbrough. So Adams maybe trying to take a little bit of, I call it a half shot there, a little bit of a half-hearted effort, but tried to go for the legs. as he did there as well. But again, Yarbrough playing a little bit of defense.
And you're tired at this point, especially when you're going against a guy who's really controlled the match. You're just trying your best to defend it, and you're right, kind of a half-effort shot on there. So it's not, I don't want to say it's not all the efforts there, but also when they're just controlling, especially the hand fighting, you can tell Yarbrough's stronger in that regard. He's controlling it at a neutral position. So even when he's trying to get in on a shot, you mentioned not the best shots. Well, when you're going half at a leg with one arm and you're swiping, you're not going to get in on it. You can see even just between the two in neutral, Yarbrough's calm. His feet are staying still. He doesn't have the happy feet like Adams does.
I think the happy feet is a very well thought out analogy there at just a point, because it does seem like Adams is just trying to get any sort of momentum and moving around as much as he can.
He is, and that comes down to what we talked about right at the beginning of this match. He's wrestling up. I mean, he's not as strong. He's trying to get in on it. He's trying to hand fight. Just also, you got Yarbrough, who's just a really good wrestler. He's a really good wrestler. He's a junior. Adams is a freshman. I do want to state that. It's not that Adams won't have a very good career as this goes on, but right now, Yarbrough's the better wrestler just at this moment. That's hands down, period.
Oh, how many wrestlers has Virginia run out there tonight that have won 9 or now 10 matches? And it's going to be the same if Yarbrough holds on here. He can get to 10 wins. I mean, the fact that you can get to 10 wins this early in the season tells you how well and how deep this Virginia team is.
I was going to say, this is how good Virginia is. This is how good Virginia wrestling is. I mean, this is what it should look like, and this is exactly why Coach Garland said, hey, we should be 7-0.
And now that they're healthy, they can get to that point where perhaps they're nationally ranked a little higher.
Definitely. I think when we get to ACCs and we're watching that, just see how the UVA guys do, and I think they're going to do very well.
Obviously, a very difficult conference with the likes of NC State, Virginia Tech.
Extremely.
I mean, Pittsburgh has been historically very good. There's another point there for the escape. So it's not like this is a cakewalk conference. You can make a case.
Not at all.
One of the toughest conferences in the country.
100%.
3 more points there for Yarbrough.
I'd say probably right behind the Big Ten in toughness, and the only reason I'd give the Big Ten a slight edge is just because of the area they're in and how popular wrestling is in those areas, whereas the Southeast, not as popular, but very much growing.
1 point there on the escape for Adams a moment ago. 78 seconds left in this third period.
And this is a great angle and a great look at the tough hand fighting. You can see it. They're slamming down on each other's heads. They're smacking each other on the side of the head. He's using it. Yarbrough's using it to get to the spots he wants.
Gets 3 more points here. Maybe trying to flip him on his back here to get some back points. But either way, it appears to be on the way to a big win here for Virginia.
Yeah, he just needs one more for the Tech.
Yep. One more look.
See, there's a good look at the hand fighting, and then he just goes straight for a double leg. That's strength. That's strength over the other guy. He just decided to go straight at it, goes for the double leg, head into the chest, and just barrels through.
Final 30 seconds.
He might try and get the Tech. I'd imagine probably going to run out. Like I said, Yarbrough tends to make his money with takedowns.
Didn't get the 3 points there, but it's all academic at this point. It'll be the 10th victory of the season for Yarbrough, who is back healthy, back in the Cavalier lineup, and back in the win column for UVA. A 20-5 victory. He got the point there right before the buzzer. Tech fall, major decision, whatever it is, it's a big win for the Cavalier.
It's a big win, and that's just overall just a dominating performance once again, and that's just goes to show how good UVA can be when they get healthy. He back in the lineup, really big for Coach Garland. Loves what he's seeing right now.
Absolutely.